The blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cole. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. The Volunteers' offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line.
Can anyone catch him? Drills him with the stiff arm. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers to football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get him to the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Kentucky's offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The inside handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about
running toward the tape. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On first down, here comes this offense. Hold it, finds his man on the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face. Going for it inside your own 40. Got it in the middle. It's Proctor. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The play action fake. Quarterback extends the play. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and they're just on to the next down.
And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running with power. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he's knocked down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown ball. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. Getting set for the point after. There was not a window there. There was not a sliver of light. There was like the eye of a needle to zip that ball in, and somehow he got it in.
No doubt, defensively, you know it's coming. You know who he's going to, where he's going to. You're in great position, but that guy just makes a play and makes the touchdown catch. What a throw, what a catch, what trust between QB and wide receiver.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He's going to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Gets away from one. He's got space. It's a fumble. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following on for a massive fumble recovery.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. At the 45, on his way. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
With the catch, it's Harper. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Volunteers. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the misfire, it's second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. On the move from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this, because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive.
They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. He's looking to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. A 1st down for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Still running at the 40. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Firing toward the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the Wildcats will move the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Moving out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Kentucky, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll step across the sidelines after making... Looking for a productive play on first down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Comes out throwing on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. The run from the shotgun. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's right on target. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Got it! And they swarm him under.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest. And you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Good job of finding this wide receiver on the middle of the field.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Kentucky right back to the line. Looking to throw on second down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tennessee! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level than next time.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He's going to pass on second down. Finds a man on the right. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Open space at the 25. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Up-tempo for the offense. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. A run for the quarterback. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. You know what's great about rivalry games?